All right, this second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." That burning wrath of a great multitude is Esau's troops. He's going to call in his troops against the people. Like the FEMA troops. There's no coincidence in why Trump and them got all this military posted around the country. All these tanks, Humvees, MRAPs had been given out long time ago. These things are not happening by coincidence because they know the elites and those that's up in the high offices in the Illuminati, within certain Masonic orders at certain levels, know that all hell is going to break loose. So they already passed legislations. They already had the trucks and the tanks moving in various positions. They preparing war. You know, America had already been declared a battlefield for a war zone, just as well as her own people being declared terrorists. So let me read it again. 2 Ezra 16:68. "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." That's them troops, them FEMA troops. "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." That's the RFID chip, the MOTB. "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." Right, if you take the RFID chip, you're going to be mocked, laughed about, because that's what derision means, and you're going to be killed off anyway. That's why the scriptures say never trust thine enemy, because this white man is going to kill you regardless if you take the chip or not. The New World Order consists of eradicating, getting rid of blacks, Latins, and Native Americans as a nation. They want 500 million people left in the world of 8 billion. If not 8 billion, close to 8 billion or 8.5 billion. I haven't looked it up in a minute. I can look it up right now, as a matter of fact. I didn't even get to finish writing it. It says world population in 2023 was 8.062 billion. Right, so they want the population reduced to 500 million, which means they got to kill off a whole lot of people. Ain't no coincidence why they're trying to make war with the cartel. That's Issachar and the Latin tribes. Best believe it's not going to stop in Mexico, you know? Or best believe the Edomite wouldn't stop in Mexico. But we getting closer and closer to the end, and everybody has to see that, well, it's like it, confusing it. But if it was left up to the devil, he wouldn't just stop in Mexico with the cartels, putting them against each other, and coming down on that president about the fentanyl and shit like that. That's the excuse. When the cracker, the white man, the Edomite, the elites are the ones that's bringing the drugs over, funding that campaign, so to speak. So, you know, funding the drugs and all of that. You know, allowing them to bring it over. That was all orchestrated by him to justify him going in and messing them up behind him, as well as destroying the people, helping helping kill off our own. That's what you Latins are doing, helping the white man kill off our own, kill off your own. But it says, 2 Ezra 16 and 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idol. That's the RFID chip, the MOTB. Revelations. What is it? Revelation chapter 16, 15. Nope, I'll be getting it mixed up. It's Revelations 13 and 15. On down. Well, you can start at 15, but you know the point is in verse 16. But it says, verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be heard in derision, and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. Right. So even if you do take the RFID chip, they still gonna kill you, because that's what it means to be trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, the Israelites. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right, so they're going to be persecuting Israel, man, killing them. Madman, sparing nobody. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right, so we're going to go through the same hell that 2/3 going to go through. That's going to be our trial, to not take the MOTB, to endure all the hell to come when the troops come in and round everybody up and take them to a prison camp, to behead them for not taking the chip, or whatever the case may be. But that's how you're going to know a prophet has been among you, because it says what? July the 3rd, 2025. I've been putting these videos up to the Spinning Power Yahweh Shem Shai for almost 15 years now. And people have been watching, seeing, and asking, you still out there? You still doing the work? Man, we see what you're talking about. They got all this, they show love, but they will not do the work. They're going after their own covetousness. So they know what's going on already. They heard what was going on already. Some believe some of it, some believe a little more than others, but that's how they're going to know a prophet has been among them. And it's going to be their fault, because they received their warning. It says, 2 Ezra 16 and 73, then shall they be known who are my chosen, right? Because we warned you people already. The prophets, the elect of Israel, Yahweh Zam of the elect, warned the people already. And they shall be tried, and still warning the people, and shall be tried. Tried means to be tested, as the gold in the fire. The gold in the fire is a purification process, which means we got more hell to go through. Worse than what we already went through, but we have already been tried and battle tested to where we have the spirit. If we have the elect gonna have the spirit to endure it. For they shall, hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble, Jacob's trouble, when all hell break loose, are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. The elect, the chosen, gonna be delivered. Be ye not afraid. So when all hell break loose and you see somebody's head get lobbed off, no, when you see 100 people to 1,000 people head get lobbed off, because you know how Jacob be talking shit in these interviews and on these blocks and shit, especially Chicago, as far as what I'm seeing now, but I'm pretty sure every city done got this. I done seen it in some different cities, Detroit, but Chicago for damn sure. I already seen the nigga get killed. Seen the nigga die right in front of me. They got all these, how would you say it? Justifications on being why they tough and act the way they act. You know, then it's seen a lot of dead bodies, or seen a few dead bodies, seen a few shootings, seen a few people get shot. But what's coming is you finna see thousands get shot, thousands beheaded, Thousands laying on the street. You don't hear women being raped, kids being raped, men being raped, people starving from famine. Those are the things to come that Jake not prepared and prepared for. That's why the scriptures say again. It says, Second Ezra 16:75. Be ye not afraid. Be ye not afraid of what? The days to come. Jacob's trouble. Gonna be stuff that you ain't never seen happening out here. You're gonna be seeing people eat people. You got movies like The Road. They was going driving around to eat people. You got movies like same thing with the Book of Eli. You're gonna have The Purge happening. All this stuff will be happening simultaneously. As well as forest fires, floods, people being hit by lightning, small poisonous air, quarantine cities, militias holding cities down, like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead had certain groups of people planted all over whichever city that they might be in, until they ran into each other and made, reestablished or made some type of order to build up, not necessarily build up a city, because everybody in the city was dead except about a small neighborhood. You probably had 20, 30, 40 people just in one spot, though. As far as everybody else, they might be in groups of 12 that ended up with 3, 4 people. The scriptures say that there's going to be 1 or 2 people searching a house with rifles. That's what's coming, man. So you're not supposed to be afraid of those times, of those things. You might be in the bush by yourself having to depend on the Lord for food. Not to be afraid. There's going to be wild animals around you. The Lord might let a lot of those ancient creatures come back. You see Esau with his, what is it? Not Jekyll Island. Plum Island creatures. The Lord going to let creatures out. It's a lot of creatures and stuff that's being, they only showing people. They only showing people, and I just thought about that just now. They only showing people the new creatures that are springing up from the ocean. They're not showing nobody of nothing that came on land. Now that I think about it. Only thing that people know of that came on land is Bigfoot. And only various, or Sasquatch. And all those are true because you've been hearing those stories via tribes and witness accounts from people that been confirming it over years. So that gotta be true. And then I think the white man even got it in his doctrine. I mean, doctrines and shit that even state that is true, but their sightings are kind of rare. But fucking with this white man, he probably more than likely he know exactly where he at. He ruled this world. They got the witchcraft and things of that nature. So they more than likely know where they at. Creatures like that might be roaming the cities, just as well as lions, tigers, and bears. Be not afraid of those times. Be not afraid when they say that you got to take the MOTB or get your head chopped off. Be not afraid of those times. Be not afraid of when they say, well, we got to torture you. That's part of your trial. That's part of your test. The Lord going to deliver his elect, but some brothers going to have to go through that. But be not afraid, because that's basically like a rite of passage. Yahweh Shai had to get killed. The prophets, the apostles, disciples have been killed for serving the Lord, man. It says, Second Ezra 16:75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For the Most High is your guide, and the God of them that keep my commandments. See? The Lord going to be our guide for keeping his commandments and precepts. 613 laws, we keep what we can keep. to the best of our ability of what we can do in the society, and a lot of it was done away with. You know, you can easily look that stuff up. Adultery, you can keep that, not to have sex with another man's woman. Murder, you can keep that, not to kill nobody intentionally, like what just happened in Chicago with the rapper Mellow Bucks. Her party was shot up. Her album release party was shot up. They say 4 died, 14 hit. That's 144. Because y'all, see, that's what y'all get, because y'all take not warning. 144, there's 144,000 elect men out here teaching y'all what's going on. And if you're not of the 144 as a man teaching, you're not going to make it, man. You're not going to make it. Yup. You're not going to make it. And it's over 200 and, well, you got to be an Israelite, a black, Latin, Native American. See, that's why. You got to be a black, Latin, or Native American, black, Latin, or Native American man or woman or child to be an Israelite. It doesn't matter your color. You got to be through that lineage. Have to have gone through the prophecies of slavery, etc. to be an Israelite. But all right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. Right? Don't doubt the Lord in these days. You know, Yahweh Shai at a point in time, we felt like the Lord abandoned us. You're going to feel like that. You might feel like that in the coming days. Well, feel like you ain't got no, feel like the Lord might not be with you, or just left you out to die, or whatever the case may be, you know? Left you out to suffer, things like that. But don't doubt. That's a part of your trial. For the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Right? So, let not your sins weigh you down. You gonna sin because we weren't made perfect. So don't let that discourage you. But don't let your iniquities lift themselves up. Don't continuously sin because you feel that you can get away with it, or that you're under grace, you know, or because you're not trying to straighten up. You got Jacob them that justify them sinning and say, well, I'm a sinner. The Lord knows I'm a sinner. He knows I can't get right. That's not what the Lord ain't dealing with nobody like that. You have to try to get right. No, you have to get right. It's certain things that it's out of your power, but you, like I just named a few. Adultery, you cannot do that. Homosexuality, you cannot do that. Stealing, you don't have to fucking steal. Murder, you don't have to commit murder. Just to name a few. Idolatry, you don't have to worship another idol. Nor in the Lord's name, teaching the doctrine the correct way. Those are things you can do. The thing is, you just have to fast and pray and study the scriptures to build your spirit up, so that you can be made perfect. It's coming in. You're going to go through that refining process to knock all that up out of you. It says, verse 77. Woe, meaning destruction, be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities. Right. So all you guys that justify you sinning, justifying yourself in sinning, And iniquity means sin upon sin, like as a field is covered with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. That's iniquity. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. That's what y'all gonna get for sinning and being iniquitous, for having so many sins that no man can travel through. Take walking iniquities. Anybody that's like that gonna be put to death, and the ultimate death is thermonuclear missiles, man, because the law is not done away with. The fact that, Jake, you believe that the law is done away with says that you are iniquitous. You going around and doing whatever you want to do. This is Romans chapter 7. Verse 1, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, the Israelites. That the law was given to who? The Israelites, from Moses, passed down. How that the law have dominion. Dominion means rule. Look the word up. You can look it up on a Blue Letter Bible to figure out the Greek meaning of it, or you can just look it up on Google, or the etymology. Etymology means the true sense of the word. To figure out the true sense of the word, I think it's etymoline.org, or it might be etymoline.com. I kind of forgot. Hold on. I can look it up right now. Let me give it to you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's etymoline.com. Let me make sure. etymonline.com. 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 That's how you look up the true sense of the word. Let me look up this word etymology real fast. The word etymology is a noun. Hold on. Etymology is a noun, late 14th century, which means the 1300s. Etymologia. Etymologia. Facts of the origin and development of a word, when a word came into existence. From Old French, etymology. Etymology. 14th century, which is 1300s. Modern French, etymology. From Latin, etymologia. From Greek, etymologia. An analysis of a word to find its true origin properly. It says study of the true sense, true meaning, basically, of a word, with logia, meaning study of, a speaking of, logi, or oslakia, see logi, or etymon, true sense, the study of the true sense of the word. Original meaning. What's the original meaning? Because Esau has a thing called Newspeak. Let me look up this word, newspeak. Well, they changed the definitions of the word. They know what the true meaning of the word is, but you don't. So they gave the people their own vocabulary to just for them, to keep them in the dark on what we are really talking about amongst us when we use the words. This is AI for New Speak. New Speak. Newspeak. New Speak, from the AI overview, is the fictional language featured in George Orwell's dystopia novel 1984. And there's a movie on that, because that's what they're trying to bring in with the people. Watch the movie. It's called 1984, George Orwell's dystopian novel 1984. It's a deliberate, simplified, and restricted language created by the party to control thought and limit the expression of dissent within the totalitarian state of Oceania. Here's a more detailed look at Newspeak. It says purpose, thought control. Newspeak aims to restrict the range of thought by limiting vocabulary and grammar, making it difficult to express rebellious ideas or even conceive of them, or even conceive of a natural thought to oppose them. Eliminating dissent, here you go, by removing words associated with freedom, rebellion, and independent thought. I was just saying this. The party seeks to eradicate these concepts entirely. Now, who the hell on earth is partaking in doing that? Your rappers. The sellouts of our nation, them rappers. All they talk about is the same bullshit over and over. Them Chief Keef motherfuckers, man, with them simple, dumbass, fucking playground words, them the words that you learn when you was in 3rd grade. That's part of them dumbing down society. That's why we call them sellouts, and that they gonna die. That's why they don't get no respect from the Lord nor no Israelite camps of the elect. Maybe from the nigger camps, but not no man of the elect. Now, brothers might listen to the music every now and again to pass time, to enjoy themselves while they drink. You know, scriptures say wine and music is okay, you know, because we going through so much hell. We be needing to get away. But we understand how the words is being used and the spirits that's behind the words, to where we don't get, brought into that frame of mind. But Jake and them, they living up to that expectation when them niggas ain't even living up to the expectation. That's part of the sellout aspect of it. Destroying their own people. Got their own people killing themselves. And not feeling no remorse or way about it. You supposed to take death or deny that bag them crackers told y'all that they was gonna give y'all. Because y'all had to do homosexual acts, lesbian acts to receive that shit. All right. It says eliminating dissent by removing words associated with freedom, rebellion, and independent thought. The party seeks to eradicate these concepts entirely. See, Esau got the whole society ran up under this Newspeak doctrine, not just via the rappers. It says control of information through the news media. The party controls the narrative by manipulating language, making it easier to rewrite history and enforce their version of reality. But this is all through the language. But everybody's using these different terms that's helping dumb down everybody, man. Key features: simplified grammar. Newspeak has a limited and simplified grammar, making it easier to learn and speak, but harder to express complex and nuanced ideas. Damn. It says reduced vocabulary. The vocabulary is intentionally restricted, with words being removed or redefined to fit the party's ideology. Right. Form of mind control. That's why Jake and them, they doing it to the whole society. But Jake and them, they within their own cultures have a language. They even call it damn, what is it called again? It's in the Urban Dictionary. They got a dictionary for it. Slang, but they got the same slang in Latin and amongst other tribes. This one Latin girl was teaching me some Spanish words, but Spanish slang words, and then I ended up looking it up on, I think, Rosetta Stone, or probably just Google, and was learning some of this stuff a while back. I'm dipping and dabbling into it a little bit more recently, and I'm gonna turn it up because you gotta edify your people, and that's a spiritual gift. The Lord said, "Covet thou earnestly the best gifts," but it's best to have them all if you want to be of the use of proper use to Yahweh Shema Shai. But it's the spirit that the Lord put upon you. Everybody can't have the same lot. So it don't really, matter. Just use your time wisely and be helpful to the ministry. But anyways, it says intensifiers. Newspeak uses prefixes like plus and double plus to amplify or intensify existing words, such as plus good, very good, or doubles plus good, excellent. All right, I'm not going to go into all of that. You brothers and sisters can look this up on your own time. All right, back to 2nd Ezra. Oh, well, wait a minute. I was through with 2nd Ezra. It's like I kind of went all the way that way. But yeah. Romans 7:1, one more time. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion or rule over a man as long as he liveth. Right. This law has been passed down. The law was required to be passed down for all the generations of Israel. This is the covenant between us and the Lord. He said, tell them to thy sons and thy sons' sons. We fell away and forgot who we were. Didn't have the true understanding of who we were. But now it's been given back to us, and now it's required of us. But this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. It says, and he gave power, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That's the philosophies. America's under Roman philosophies. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right, so if you don't want to come up under them philosophies, which is against the Bible, then you're going to be put to death. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. Same example as small and great, no matter which level you're on in society. Free and bond, even if you're locked up. Bond means locked up or out roaming about the streets. To receive a mark. That mark is charagma, which is the RFID chip. The MOTB is going to be staked in you. It's a stake. Esau staking his claim that he owns you and not the Lord. See, we are the lords. We are Yahweh Shema Shai's temple, according to 1 Corinthians, and his spirit dwelleth in us. But Esau wants the ownership of the Lord's people, to know what they're, to play God, to know exactly what people's feeling and doing and tracking them. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It doesn't matter which hand